Welcome to this demo. My name is Matt Hogan. I'm the CEO and founder of Hoganlax. We run events and tournaments, and the director of Annapolis Hawks. With me today is our many members of our 2025 team. They do an excellent job. You'll see their stick works through the roof. And a lot of that's because they're very talented kids they work at, and also they get great coaching. You see most of our 3 of our 4 staff members 2025 are here also. I want to thank you guys for coming, taking time out of your day to really work to come up to this convention, and the amount of effort and time and energy you put into working with kids throughout the year. Also want to thank US Lacrosse. I think they do a fantastic job of this event. As an event organizer, I don't know how much this happens, but I know how much goes into an event, and these guys do a fantastic job with a lot of moving parts, with thousands of coaches coming up here, and they do a fantastic job. If you get the opportunity when you're here to see a US event, US Lacrosse person, please be sure to tell them thank you and let them know that they do a great job. All right, guys, go ahead. One of the things we pride ourselves in practices with the Hawks, and we have a lot of meetings with our coaches, is we want the pace of play to be very high. I want practice to be harder than the game. We want a whole lot of reps. This team here, because we're in a small field, I didn't do it. They do a great job. When they start practice, they have 4 different groups. Each coach has a group of players, and they're doing something different, and they rotate through. So they're maximizing their coaching staff, and they're maximizing the players getting a lot of reps. So today, what we're going to try to show you is a couple different things that we do that make the pace fast, but also is try to give them other things going on when they're doing stick work. Like you can see this from the star drill, we put 2 balls in here at the same time. We sometimes will put 3. 3 is awfully challenging. So they got to catch and throw with somebody else running by them, something else going on, outside stimuli, right? This is something else going on. They just all have to concentrate on the ball and catch, that's it. Because that's the way the games are. We're going to do that. The other thing we're going to do is we don't, this became very important to me. It was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I started working with one of our younger teams, and I realized the players are never ready. They're never ready. When they're in a drill, in line, they're looking somewhere else. That's one reason to have small lines, but the other part is we're not going to, when we do a drill, we don't say, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because your opponent in the game doesn't wait for you to be ready. So I, as a coach, I'm not going to wait for you to be ready. We're going to play when I'm ready. And when I'm ready is what's important. So you'll see a little bit of that too. And one of the other drills, we're trying to make our players make reads, right? So one of the reads, you see the help drill, we're going to ask our players to make reads. And our coaches, when we were doing this in our all-team skill sessions, we're coaching the kids in which way to go. And I'm like, no, don't tell them. They have to figure that out on their own. So we're trying to do pace, give them stimuli, give them, and tell them that they got to be ready before the whistle begins, or there's no whistle. A lot of these drills, we won't have whistles. I believe in whistles. If you don't have a whistle for practice, you're not doing your job as a coach. But some of these, when ground balls, particularly, we don't do a whistle. Because that's how a ground ball in a game starts, when the ball goes in the ground. There's no whistle to indicate there's a ball in the ground. So those are all the things we're trying to incorporate, and what we're trying to do is keep them engaged. These kids nowadays, when they watch TV or a computer screen, they got like 4 different things going on the screen, right? I watch TV, and on the news now, they got things running underneath. I can't stand that, right? But these guys, they love that. So we're going to try to give them challenges. This is the star drill. So a couple different ways we do the star drill. I don't care what hand they are. What we do typically is the lines to the right and left. Coach Patassa, will you raise your hand? Where Coach Patassa is and where 22 is, those are usually on the restraining line. The lines down by the goal are usually goal line extended. Now, let's do this, Coach. Let's shoot the ball this time. All right? So I do it differently. Coach was doing it where the last guy to catch the ball throws it to the first guy in first line. I carry the ball over. Or you can do it with a shoot. Go ahead, guys. Same thing. So we may do this for 6 minutes only. I'm a big believer in a stick work drill should be no longer than 6, maybe 8 minutes. 10 minutes is too long. If it's 10 minutes long, they're bored, right? So we mandate in the winter that our teams do 45 minutes of stick work, but they're no longer than 8 minutes. You can do an 8-minute drill, go do a different drill for 6 minutes. You come back to the original drill, but do it 8 minutes. Don't do anything longer than 8 minutes. Right, so now, last time the ball kept on going around, now what they're doing is they're catching it and then they're shooting it. Now that guy, what they do is they never go to that line. If your team can't rotate lines, they're good lacrosse players, right? Good lacrosse players cannot rotate lines. You know, those lines, after they shoot, they gotta go there. You can make this bigger, you can make this smaller. Smaller is more difficult. Smaller is not easy, smaller is more difficult. In this drill, they're all going to the line they throw to. You can see they can't rotate. They still can't rotate lines. They're going the wrong way. All right, coach, let's go to the next one. So this is the Saint drill. And we stole this from West Point when I was at Navy. And what we're trying to do is incorporate 2 over-the-shoulder passes each time a player goes. So the lines are usually on the side here, are usually a football sideline, and about 15, 20 yards apart. And then we have our goalies or coach in the middle here. We're going 2 lines. Everybody's right-handed right now. So number 6 catches it, throws it to the goalie, gets it back, and throws it across. So the ball continues to go. We have the same ball, continues to go. So if we can do this with only 2 balls in the whole drill, fantastic. So let's watch one guy. Number 1 catches the ball over the shoulder, throws it to his goalie or his coach, runs upfield, gets it back over the shoulder, and then throws it to his left. What most players do when they catch that ball is throw to the line in front of them. And what happens is the coach yells at the kid that threw the ball. I yell at the guy that should have caught the ball. Because if your teammate throws the ball to the wrong line, it's because you didn't say, here's your help. Right? So in this case, number 6 throws the ball across. They're going to want to throw the ball right in front of them. That's the closest guy. So the guy I get angry with is the guy that didn't say, here's your help, or demand the ball enough. Right? His teammate's got his back to him. He catches the ball. He throws it to the right place. All right? Now, keep going. Other thing we can do is the goalies can roll the ball back. It's very tight here. The goalies can catch it and roll it back. Let's go left-handed. Let's see how good they are left-handed here. All right, let's go left-handed. So the ball starts the other side. They're going left-handed, catch, throw, throw. I will say this, for 6th graders, these kids' stick work's pretty darn good, you know? I mean, it's left-handed, right-handed. When I practiced with them this last Saturday, I was like, whoa, they're pretty darn good, all right? And I think part of the reason is because these coaches do a fantastic job of making stick work important, right? They make stick work important, and they get a lot of reps in practice. You can go no more than 2 balls in this. The other option you can do is, Grady, come back this way a little bit. Come back this way. Just stand right there. Stand right there for a second. Where Grady is, number 4, go ahead, Grady, go to the line. We can put a goal there. Go ahead, Grady. We can put a goal there and put a goal down there where the brine thing is, and they can catch you over the shoulder and they can shoot it. So we're working on split dodges. So we do this offensive players, we shoot. And that means you have to have a lot of balls because the ball's never coming back to the beginning line. All right? I'm a big believer in having more balls, and I try to practice with 2 gross balls at a time. Right? You're going to do with a dozen balls, you're spending all your time chasing. I want to practice with at least 2 gross of balls for a team. That way you're not chasing balls and redoing lines and spending time chasing balls. We don't do that. All right? The other thing is, you notice a lot of this is already set up. A lot of our teams will set up the first 3 or 4 drills and then go. And all that is set up before the players start. Right? Have things ready so that they're engaged. They know is when you say go, they're going. It's not, let's watch coach set something up. Right? We go, everything's go, everything's fast. All right, goalies, roll the ball back. Let's go left-handed and roll the ball back. Now both goalies move to your left. Both goalies move about 5 yards to your left. That way the players have to slow down and catch the ball. So now the goalie's moving to his left a little bit. You can, if you don't have 2 goalies, you can rotate your best stick handlers, you can put coaches there, wherever you want, but you can change it up. Players seem to like this because they're running, they're getting a lot of reps in, they're picking the ball up and they're throwing it. So if we do this for 8 minutes, we do 2 minutes right-handed, 2 minutes right-handed scooping, 2 minutes left-handed, 2 minutes left-hand scooping, move on to the next drill. All right, so now we're going to the four corners. Again, we're trying to develop over-the-shoulder passing. So I think over-the-shoulder passing is pretty weak. This is really hard. This is hard, and these guys do pretty good. So we have the balls in the middle. You have a coach or a ball or goalies in there. Go ahead, guys, whenever you're ready, coach. They're gonna go counterclockwise, right-handed. Everybody's right-handed. Each goalie follows one ball. Each goalie follows one ball. If the player misses the catch, he throws to the next guy in line. He doesn't wait and get the ball back. We want to go. We don't want to be wasting time chasing balls. Someone goes and chases that ball, but we put a new ball in, so we're playing right away. You can, how big are this for high school guys? We're putting the corner of the restraining boxes, so that means they're 40 yards apart. Little guys, maybe a little closer. Again, if you get too close here, it's really difficult. All right, when I say go, we're going to change directions and go left-handed. When I say go, we're going to change directions and go left-handed. Ready, set, go. So we don't stop the drill. Right? Don't stop the drill and go, okay, everybody, we're going left-handed. Here's your warning. Right? Everybody wants a warning. Everybody stop. No, listen to my commands as you're playing and react to those commands as you're playing. Right? That happens in games. You don't get to stop them and talk to them in a game. Right? They got to react to you in the field. So now they're all going left-handed and we're going clockwise. All right, when I say go, we're going to change directions and we're going to catch left, throw right. When I say go, we're going to change directions and we're going to catch left, throw right. Go. So now we're going counterclockwise. We're catching left and throwing right. One of the more difficult things to do is change hands, right? So we try to encourage our guys to walk around the house. I tell them to tell the parents, I didn't say this, but walk around the house switching hands. Just walk around the house switching hands. If you got to put a swag-slacks ball in there that has some weight to it, there's a swag-slacks ball we're going to use at the end. It has the same weight as a lacrosse ball, but it won't break lamps and picture frames. But walk around changing hands. Just walk around the house changing hands, whether you're split dodging, whatever it is, but changing hands is really important. When I say go, we're going to change direction and we're going to catch right, throw left. When I say go, we're going to change hands. We're going to catch right and throw left. Ready, set, go. Joey, go. Joey. Joey, right here. Okay, never mind, it's over. The question is, what's the ideal number here? I would think you need at least 2 guys, and at least 3 guys in a line. So it'd be 12 plus the goalies or coaches on the inside, right? So some of these drills, like the star drill, we will do it as a team. We could do as an offensive end, right? We probably never have enough defensemen. And what was the other one? Saint drill, we've done with just offensive players or with the entire team, okay? Okay, let's go to Buckeye. Let's go to Buckeye. So the next 3 drills, we're going to do a ground ball drills. So if I was coaching this team, I'd have those first 3 drills all set up, all balls need to go, and we go from star, we go from saint, we go to 4 corners. Now we have to probably change some things, pick up cones, move balls, that kind of stuff. But at least I want to get a couple drills in a row without having to stop practice. Like I got to be careful nowadays. I hate water breaks. Can't stand water breaks. Not because I don't think these guys need water, but because once they stop doing what they're doing, I could lose them. So when I coached the high school team, water wherever the players were, and we didn't have water breaks. I don't have enough personnel to do that at the club level, but I know our 2022 coach does. He has parents, and he says, I want water wherever the players are. He doesn't have water breaks, all right? So now this is Buckeye. What we're trying to do here is stole this from Ohio State. The line in the middle, coach is putting the ball out nice and slow on the ground, not real far. I always watch youth coaches and they do ground ball drills and they take the ground ball and they throw it like 30 yards down the field. I'm trying to wonder what you're trying to accomplish there besides having all your players hate you, right? It's not a ground ball drill, that's a sprint drill. If you want to have ground ball competitions, don't throw the ball 20 yards downfield because the fastest kid's going to win. That's not a ground ball competition, that's a speed game. Right? So we do drills, we put the ball right out in front of them. We'll show you a little bit, we'll get some contact drills. Right? So we're picking the ball up, we're throwing to either side, and then we throw it again. Our rule is, in the offensive end of the field, if you pick a ground ball up, it has to be thrown twice before we can attack the goal. On all ground balls, you want to throw it twice because that probably gets the ball to the other side of the field, then you can attack. If you try to attack before then, you're not to the other side of the field. So we're trying to incorporate them to one, get the ball in and get it out of your stick. Pick it up, throw, throw. And you notice coach is not waiting. The guys on the outside lines should be farther to that black tapestry than the middle guy. So if I'm the middle guy, I should be throwing the ball forward. I should be throwing the ball backwards. If I'm throwing the ball backwards, that means my teammate wasn't ready. So what we do is throw once, throw twice, get the ball back to the goalie. Well, heads up. Thank you. So we're trying to do, the reason we do that is one, everybody's throwing, and plus the balls come back so we can keep going. So we just keep going. Put the ball out there, he knows Coach Matassis, throw the ball, maybe 4 yards most, right? Pick it up, throw it, throw it. We tell them, we allow them to have one cradle per catch, right? We want them to have none, but that's unrealistic. So we tell them, when you pick the ball up, you have one cradle, throw it. If you catch it, one cradle, throw it. We don't want the ball in your stick. We want it in the air moving to somebody else. Okay? Pick it up, throw it. Pick it up, throw it. Throw it. That's too long, 22, hang on to the ball too long. Throw it. Throw it, Ryan, good. Catch it, throw it. Okay, let's shoot now. Now, this team adapted this. We've always done when the ball comes back. This team adapted it, and some other teams do now, is they throw twice, and then they shoot it. So they'll be at the midline, and the ball's in the crease, and it really gets them to run really far. Right? It's amazing, when they get a chance to shoot, the guys on the outside are never behind. They're never behind with a chance to shoot the ball. They don't get to shoot the ball, they're losing their space. Now, we typically rotate from our right to the middle, from the middle to the left, and from the left over there, and they won't do that. You can tell them that all you want to, but they won't do it, all right? Shoot it, good. The other thing you can see they're doing in here a little bit, I think this is crowded. When they pick up a ground ball, we want them to accelerate. We don't want them slowing down. We never want them to slow down when the ball's in their stick. We want this to be full speed. And you pick it up, run. Run through it and keep running. We set the distance between these cones is predicated on how old they are. Right? Our third graders, the lines are closer. Our high school guys, they're probably about that. But we do this with our third graders to no end because we're trying to get them to pay attention in line. Great challenge. All right? Yes. Question was, how do you get them to go at this pace all the time? And I said, yell at them a lot. So what we do is, the thing we try to say a lot right now in practice, a couple things I tell my coaches, here's the kind of things you should hear yourself saying. One of them is, be a good teammate. If the priority for you to be a good lacrosse player is to be a good teammate. If you're not running fast in this kind of drill or other drill, then you're not helping your teammate. Right? So that's the number one criteria in our program is we expect you to be a good teammate. If you're not running to help to support your teammate who's picking up a ground ball, who's getting hit by running fast enough to be in front of him, you're not being a good teammate. Right? So not supporting, you're not part of our whole overall number one philosophy we have. So we say that a lot, be a good teammate. You're not being a good teammate. So rather than just yelling at them is, you're not being a good teammate. Be a good teammate, get in front of them. So one of the challenges is we try to do is everything to be positive reinforcement. Not positive meaning that you're great, you're an all-star, is what he should be doing, right? You're not being be a good teammate and get in front of them, rather than you're not being a good teammate, you're behind them. Be a good teammate and get in front, right? So tell them what you want them to do, not what you don't want them to do. I also think this is a pretty special group, don't get me wrong, okay? It's a pretty special group. Let's go to help drill. Okay, so the way this works, this is a non-contact drill. So Joey, number 14 here, we're gonna put him a little bit farther in front. And he's the scooper. Nick here is the chaser. He has to chase the scooper. He's not on the scooper's team. What's your first name again? Jack? Yeah. This Jack is the helper. This is the guy we're concentrating on. Jack has to make a pre-whistle or pre-ground ball read. He's looking at number 14, face that way, Joey. He's left-handed. So which way is Jack going to break out? To the right. Because number 14 is going to run a C curl to his right hand side, to his right side, because he's left-handed. That's a read Jack has to make. And that's the read we asking guys to do. So we're concentrating him. Jack's, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, coach. Stop, Joe. So Joe's running on an arc, and Jack's got to be closer to here than there. Joey, number 14, is not doing a U-turn. Right? He doesn't want to run into the opponent. He wants to run away from the opponent. So he's doing a C, or he should pick the ball up. Go ahead, guys. Go live, Joe. He should pick it up and turn, and now he's throwing it. All right? Now, the helper, is going to throw the ball to one of the goalies. We want everybody that catches a ball to throw a ball. If you catch a ball, we want you to throw the ball. We don't want you to hang on to it, drop this to your hip. So, and we're going one after the other. Coach is not waiting for them to be ready. Pick it up, throw. Pick it up, throw again. Good. Pick it up, throw again. Good. You notice we're not saying ready, set, go. He's just rolling balls when he's ready. What your kids would do in the beginning is they won't move forward. Question? Okay, so the question was, which way is the scooper C curling to? To his butt end. To his butt end. You always turn to your butt end. Whenever you're doing, always turn to your butt end.
So you ask them, though, to change hands and put the butt end the other way?
No. The question is, you ask them to change hands. What we do is we tell the helper to go to the wrong side. Then the scooper picks the ball up with a strong hand, changes hands, then curls. Right, but this is the progression. With beginners or little guys, we do this with a coach rolling the ball away, and there's only a scooper. And he's learned to scoop and turn to his butt end and not do U-turns. And then once the kid gets that the coach is going to say, I'm going to go to the wrong side now. I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to the wrong side. Kid picks it up. He's right-handed. He picks up, coach goes, helps you on your left. He changes hands here. Then he turns and throws it. Then once they're really good at that, you say, I'm going to be wherever I want to be. You got to listen to me. What's the greatest weakness every lacrosse player has? It's not his offhand. It's his listening skills. All right? So now when he picks it up, he's got to listen. Is my help to my left or is my help to my right? Because we want to be to his butt end side, but the game situation may not allow that. All right, so now I want other thing, the coach rolling the balls can't be behind the lines. If he's behind the lines, the chaser's going to see the ball go on the ground first and attack the scooper. We don't want there to be contact here. We're not looking for the scooper to get checked. We're looking to have a little bit of pressure to scoop the ball and turn. Okay, a couple things. Okay,
going wrong side, coach.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop one time, Joe. Let me tell you a couple things these guys do that kids will do wrong. Go ahead, coach. Roll the ball on the ground. Stop. Well done, coach. Look at that little bocce ball. What guys will do in this drill when they go to scoop it, Grayson, right? Yeah. They come towards the ball and they know they're going that way, so they make a half circle to scoop the ball. That half circle gives the opportunity for the chaser to get the ball. Stop. The teaching point here is run 2, through, then turn. Got it? Run 2, through, then turn. All right, let's go the wrong way, coach, when you're ready. Going the wrong way now. And then once they get that, then you tell the helper, go whichever way you want, and they got to listen. All right? What we do a lot, let's say 20 guys in a team, 18 guys in a team, you could do this drill and the sideline drill do next at the same time. 10 guys in a line, 11 guys in a line, and after 4 minutes, just switch. All right, and I'll show you that sideline drill in a second here. All right, let's go to sideline. Let's do this. This is the out of bounds right here.
Everybody on this side.
And everybody on this side.
2 lines.
Right here, boys. Right here, boys.
Mix the sideline. Mix the sideline.
You guys are here facing that way. You guys are here facing that. So we're going to pretend that this seam in the turf is the out of bounds line.
This is out of bounds.
This is out of bounds right here. So there'll be 2 lines. We on turf fields, there's so many lines now. You can find 2 lines about 3 or 4 yards apart. We don't want this to be a big running drill. So what we're trying to get them to do here is, coach is going to drop the ball. When he drops the ball, plays in. Those 2 are fighting for the ball, but they can't play the ball and they can't play the man from out of bounds. It's great hip awareness. It's great lowering. Watch these guys, some of them stand tall. The better ones will lower their levels a little bit more, bend their knees, learn the hip. Defensemen will learn, kick the ball, then chase it. Don't pick it up at your feet. This is a great body awareness drill in tight. And it's a good push knot drill. We started doing this at the Naval Academy because we thought we were the best pushing team in the entire country. So we had to come up with a drill to have us stop pushing all the time. So this has one guy's back a lot. We used to do it, we staggered the lines, so one guy got the ball first to try to keep him from pushing all the time. Now we just make it even. Because what happened was we were always stopping the drill going, no, you back up, now you move forward. We just go. Just go, just drop the ball and go. All right, so there's a high rep here. So we often will do this drill and the help drill at the same time, split the team in half. All right. At our tryouts for our teams, when we do this as a ground ball station, almost all of our evaluators go to this station here. They don't go to help, they don't go to one-on-ones, they don't go to 2-on-3s or 2 versus 3 or 2 versus 1 ground ball. They go to this ground ball station drill because it teaches you a lot about how athletic they are, how athletic savvy they are, and they compete. What you'll see sometimes is the guy that loses will just stop. We don't want him on our team, right? We want a guy, it's okay to lose the ground ball, but don't quit. Don't stop playing, keep playing. So if you stop playing, we're gonna have to have a conversation with you before tryouts are over to see who real you is. And again, we give them outlet passes. If you only have one goalie, put them like where the goal is, but we want them picking the ball up, we want them throwing it to each other. My 3rd grade team the other day, my 4th grade team the other day was practicing, they're doing ground balls, they pick it up, and they lay it back down for the next guy. I said, don't ever do that again. We want them picking the ball up, we want them throwing it. You never in a game situation pick a ball up and put it back down on the ground. I've become a big believer in habits. Eric Capitula, who I coach at the Naval Academy, runs a leadership program called The Program. And he speaks at our event in Florida each year, and that was what's the word I want to use? Their point of emphasis was about habits. And I really watched that and really believe in that and really sort of read up on that. And that we're trying to create really good habits for them and do things over and over and over again so it's positive, good habits and not negative habits. Make things so that it just becomes natural to them. They just do it the right way. We're cruising. Yes. You could do this with 6 guys. Probably 8's probably the right number. They'll probably get real tired at 6, but I think the question was how many guys can you use with? I think 8's enough. So when we have tryouts, we'll usually do 3 ground ball stations with 50 kids, and sometimes a little less. Sometimes 4 ground. So we try to, especially in tryouts, we want the numbers really small. I don't like. See how there's a lot of guys in the back right now? I don't like that part of it. Right? I don't like that they're not engaged and they start talking about what they're doing when they go home and what's their favorite flavor of pizza and that kind of stuff. I've lost them, right? And that's my job. If I lose a team at practice, that's not their mistake, that's my mistake. I created the environment where I lost them, right? When that happens to me, I go, whoa, I goofed, right? Our lines are too long. we did something too long. If you lose a team during practice, that's your design. And then make note of it to never do what you were doing then that you lost them, right? So when you lose a team in practice, there has to be a self-reflection. That's me. I did that, all right? Okay, these next ones we started doing for a couple reasons. One, I ran an indoor league, and my high school team was in it. And I thought the other high school players are much, much smarter than my players. They were smarter. They were more savvy off ball. They were more savvy with the ball. They did stuff that was pretty cool. And I didn't know why. And I was sitting with Rob Bordeley, he's a longtime coach at Landon School, and he was finding the same thing with his team. And we sort of realized that, again, we blew the whistle so much in practice and stopped practice so much to correct. We created an environment where it never got into a flow, but we created an environment where we dictated everything. They had no freedom to do anything. So this is, can we stop for a second? Can we stop for a second? Okay, go ahead, give me two guys in there. Jerseys don't matter. Jersey colors don't matter. Positions don't matter. There's two guys that start inside. That's just where we start. The first guy in, raise your stick, Nick. First guy in that line, who's that, Grady? Raise your stick. First guy in this line, first guy here, they're the offensive lines. The line behind is the defensive line. That doesn't mean only defensemen go there. That's the guys that play defense. So it's a constant 3-on-2 with the first guy in each of the offensive lines, the first guy in the defensive line, and the last guy to touch the ball on offense. When the play is dead, Coach Matas is going to blow one whistle that kills that play, and it starts the next play. Ready, go. So he blows that whistle, they play a 3-on-2. Blows one whistle, throws the ball in. Throws the ball in right away. We don't wait for the players to be ready. We don't wait for anyone to be ready. Boom, whistle, go, throw it. Now, a couple things we do this. One, they got to turn around and play right now. A guy has success, he's got to go make the next play. Guy makes a mistake, he's got to go make the next play. Like you give up goals if you charted this. Your midfielder that just made a mistake at your offensive end that got stuck on defense probably gave up your next goal because he's thinking about the mistake he made at the offensive end. So we call these next play drills, meaning just turn to make the next play. Your guy that forgets to play defense, they'll do that in the beginning. And then what you do is you say, anytime the last guy in offense that touches the ball forgets to play defense, everybody does 5 push-ups at the end. The whole team starts talking to those guys. They all start talking because they don't want to do 5 push-ups, all right? So it's a constant 3-on-2. Couple things. The guy up top, he's always going to want to get as close to the goal as he should, and he shouldn't do that. He should stay up top and stay out of the way because it's more space. If you're going to shoot it left-handed, catch it left-handed. You don't need to be on top of somebody to have them play you. We don't wait for the goalie to change. We just go. We don't wait for the goalie to change. Goalies, you got to change while we're in play. We're becoming a little bit of a sidearm underhand team here. Good fake, good rip. Okay, coach, hold on. Finish it, finish it, finish it. All right, stop. The guy up top, as I said, give me 2 guys on D. The guy up top, put the ball on your stick. Put the ball on your stick. Coach, give me the ball. His feet should be like this if he's right-handed, no matter who he's catching the ball from. Let me borrow your stick. You hold this for me. What happens is they're going to stand like this, throw me the ball. So now when they get any pressure, the only place he can throw the ball back to is there. If I stand this way and catch the ball come across my face, I can shoot, I can throw the ball there, or I can throw it there. If I was left-handed, I'd be this way. But I stay here. So now I can throw the ball there. I stay here, throw the ball back to me. I can catch it and throw the ball there right away. They're always this way. If you run extra man, your middle man in the 3-3, your middle man in the 1-4-1 should always be standing this way. He should never stand here and never, ever, 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 ever stand this way with the stick to the inside. He stands this way to get the ball up one side of the field. Go, no, no, no. All right, ready? Go ahead, coach, blow the whistle. Oh, thank you. All right, that's an extra man thing. It's an offense thing. We do a passing drill that teaches players to catch the ball from there to here. We call it wrong way passing. There's a video on my website of it. And what we don't want to do in that is turn this way to catch it. Because if I catch it this way, I have to cradle and come here. I catch it so the ball comes across my face. So as soon as it's here, I'm good. I can throw there, I can shoot, I can go back there. So I don't turn my shoulders this way. I stay here, I put my stick out here, and the ball comes across my face. You're gonna get the ball moving a lot more. And what our other rule with this drill, and this is what was really hard for me, was we don't blow the whistle and stop the play. If this is gonna be 10 minutes, no coach stops the drill. The drill never stops. When you're first teaching it, you may have to do that, but once they get this, the gist of the drill, the rule is no stoppage of play. You coach everybody when they're out of the drill, when they're in line. Because the whole point of this is making the next play, keeping it going, have to adjust on the fly. Make a good play, go make the next play. Make a bad play, go make the next play. Be alert, be ready. So if you keep blowing the whistle and trying to teach them how to do things, you're defeating the purpose of the drill. All right, let's go to sideways. Let's go to sideways. So now, and we do this drill with the entire team, and we do this drill with just our offensive players. So one of the things we start doing at the high school level is I never want to do any shooting without some kind of pressure. There's not a whole lot of contact there, but there's a little pressure there, right? A little pressure there. We got really good at faking, dicking, dumping. We got good at having some patience and pressure. Yes. Okay. The other rule we have when you shoot the ball, you can't fade below goal line extended when you're shooting the ball. You have to come. Give me Joey Matassa. Go down the left-hand side. Throw the ball to Joey, Joe. So when Joe's there, run towards the end line and shoot the ball. Run towards the, shoot it. Can't do that. Now you're a midfielder, now it's different. Come on back. If Joey catches the ball there, we expect him to run to the face of the goal, to the middle of the field, to shoot the ball. All right? We never. So that one is 50 push-ups. You fake. Go ahead, coach. You fade below the goal line. That's 50 push-ups for you. You come to the middle of the field. A couple things it does: increases your angle, maybe gets the goalie to move off the pipe, but fading behind. The pros are great at it. They're pros. You're not. All right? So you have to come to the middle of the field in order to shoot the ball. But you'll never fade below goal line. So here it is. We're 3-on-2. No player can go across the Rido line. The Rido line is in the middle of that goal, where Coach Stofa is, to the middle of the goal. Nobody can go across that. So again, and it's one whistle. One whistle ends the play. One whistle starts the play. Coach Matassa throws it into the top line 99% of the time. They get really smart on how to handle the ball. Oh, Nicholas. All right, and again, the guy top has his feet set like I talked about in the other one. Good pull, shoot the ball, good. Now, a couple things they'll do here. If the middle line is left-handed on this side of the goal, he's better off going and standing into the right. Give me a left-hander in the middle line. Get in the middle. Go. Play left-handed, go. Go ahead, coach. He's better off there because now he can catch and shoot better or catch and feed better. Right? So they'll learn. I didn't tell our guys that. Our guys did it on their own. I was like, whoa, that's pretty good. Right? And then same thing when we come to this side of the field, the right-handers in the middle line will go down. So we do this 12 minutes. 3 minutes, it's 3 lines of green, 2 lines of white. 3 minutes, reversed, go the other side of the field, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, done. This was a great, when I was in high school, this is a great pre-game day drill because they're not running anywhere. It's a lot of shooting, it's a lot of activity, there's a lot of hooting and hollering, but there's not a whole lot of running. Good job. Oh, well done. Well done. Now, the other thing you'll find happen, because you have attackmen playing defense a lot, and they don't care about playing defense, they'll come out and they won't play in defense, because the less defense they play, the sooner they get to play offense. So what we said was, okay, if the offensive team scores, all 5 of you stay until the offense doesn't score. All of a sudden, the defensive intensity picked up a little bit. All right? Let's go left-handed. Good look. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Good finish, Joey. We need a couple more guys probably for this drill. Okay, this is a drill. We're going to pepper the goalies pretty good. So we're going to use a swag-slacks ball, those orange balls, so the goalies aren't getting peppered. You could do Tambo that way if you wanted to, if you only have one goalie. What we're going to do is we're going to put one green in, one white, 2 greens in and 1 white. The boundary's the fan. Coach can roll a ball in. It's going to be a 2-on-1 ground ball. If the green guys get it, they're in offense. If the white guys get it, they're running the ball out. Ready, go. Give me 1 white in there and 2 greens. 2 greens. As soon as coach blows, get in next to each other. Get right next to each other. Everybody get next to each other. Get next to the other guys. Go ahead, coach. Roll a ball in, and we play. Here we go. Let's go, group. Good look. Come to the middle of the field. Come to the middle of the field. When you're shooting the ball, come to the middle of the field. Good job, ground ball, Grady. You gotta be behind these cones when you come in. We do a lot with the girls' fans, trying to keep things tight to try to get guys to operate in small spaces. So this is a good ground ball drill, and then move the ball to somebody else, or under pressure having to shoot the ball. And again, I would use a soft ball. The swag-slacks ball is soft, but it weighs, I believe, the same. Is Billy still here? The same amount as a lacrosse ball. Right, we use pinky balls some. They're real light, and there's some advantage to that you have to have a little softer hands. But good in the goalie, but it doesn't have the same weight. We want some a little more weight. Good handle, Keegan. Feel free, my phone number, my office number, my email is on this. We have almost 200 videos on our website. Some of these drills are on the website. You have questions during your season, or you go home, you go, I heard him talk, I didn't understand a thing he was saying, you want to give me a call, feel free to give me a call. Thank you for coming. Yes, question. The question is, do you have any strategies to keep ball hunts from killing your pace? Yeah. One is, we're very fortunate, we practice on turf fields for the most part, so there's netting around all of them. And again, we bring out a ton of balls. And I agree with you, is what we typically say is, you got to go bring me 4 balls. Until you have 4 balls, you can't come back. And that motivates them to get the balls quicker. The question is, what are our goalie warm-ups like? They vary, and we have a whole video on that in our website. We want our goalie warm-up to be relatively consistent, but we do at times want to give them, after they're warmed up, then challenge them, whether it's turns, whether it's a lot of shots. And the other thing we try to do is we try to get our goalies involved with stick work a lot. I think one of the things I see in youth lacrosse is that the goalies don't feel they're involved in the clear. Once he makes a save and throws the ball to somebody, he's done. Well, you lost your advantage. So we try to get them in stick work a lot. So our goalie sessions can be intense at times. Most of those are when in the off season, we're bringing in our goalie coach to work with them. that he does a lot of stuff with them and works them pretty hard. But we do at times want our goal. Now, I think you got to be careful how much shots your goalies get in practice, particularly if you have one. But you need him to be under duress and make saves when his heart rate's really high. We ask our goalies very often to come 15 minutes early, especially if it's you by yourself or you and one other coach. Your goalie's got to come early. All right? Otherwise, you're not going to have enough coaches at stick work drills. Another thing I see weakness of youth coaching is watching practices is that during practice the coaches are making up the practice plan, or the coaches are talking to each other. There is nothing more important than stick work, so you as a coach need to make sure you're coaching the snot out of the guys during stick work, that you're giving them your undivided attention during stick work. One of my favorite stories was when I got the head coaching job at a school when I retained the assistant coaches. And I asked them to tell me what's the greatest weaknesses of this team, what's the greatest strengths of this team. Both of them put the first 3 weaknesses as the team's stick work. So the first practice, I designed an hour of stick work. This is college. I designed an hour of stick work. We stretched, I blew the whistle, I'm all pumped up, I'm running around yelling, screaming at guys. I can't find my assistant coaches. They were on the sideline talking to each other. Well, the reason this team's stick work stunk is because they were never coached, and 2 is you just told them by not coaching them that it's not important. If it's not important, then they're not going to work at it. So stick work has to be the most coached part you have. We had a new 3rd grade team this year, new coach, and we have our 2026 coach being the assistant coach. And the head coach kept asking the assistant, "What do you run offensively?" And the other coach goes, "I don't know. We should be doing stick work, and that's it, right? Why are we going to teach 3rd graders how to run these plays they can't catch and throw?" And finally, the assistant coach called me and goes, "You got to talk to the head coach. I love him. He's a good guy. He's a good coach. But he's all concerned about is tactics, not catching and throwing and picking up the ground ball. At that level, 80% of your practice should be picking up the ground ball and throwing it and catching and throwing. Nothing else. Tactics, I mean, you're talking about herding cats. 3rd graders, trying to teach them a 2-2 offense with rotating guys, that's not going to happen. All right? That's not going to happen. So stick work has to be a priority. Again, any questions you have, feel free to ask now or give me a shout. Hey, boys, how about a round of applause for these guys? Well done, boys. Well done. Again, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the convention.